Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Bunny, the Sunny Bunny, and today I will be showing you how to make the classic Jessica Rabbit dress and matching gloves. So these are some of the material that you'll need below: measuring tape, your fabric, scissors, pins, thread, and a marker for tracing. So to start things off, I tried my best to put together a sweetheart bodice. I think that I should have just traced a top that I already had, but it didn't come out too badly, so I kept with it. The only downside for me is that I did make it a little bit too long, but we'll get back to that later. Once you do have your bodice completed, trace it and cut it out on your lining and your outer layered fabric. Once everything is cut out, pin together your sides and sew them. And then, once those are sewed, add right sides together and sew along the top and side of the bodice. As you're sewing, make sure to go slowly depending on the amount of sequin you have in your garment. I've had many past experiences where I used sequins and ended up messing up the bobbin in my machine. Once you're done sewing, hem your bodice. Now it's time to move on to the bottom part of our dress. Unfortunately for me, I underestimated how much fabric I would personally need. I have a bigger bottom, so I did not account for that when I was buying my material. But I eventually did find a way where I had a high split that I thought was very flattering, so I knew where to sew and where to dart. Once I had that in place, I used a marker and I added it onto my mannequin so that I could place pins for where I wanted to dart, give me a more accurate finish. I liked the way it draped on my mannequin, so I also decided then where I wanted to put the zipper and how long I wanted it to go. So it was at this moment, while I was on the phone with my sister, that I messed up. But I didn't notice it at the time, so we'll get back to that later. But once I had the two pieces the way I wanted, I sewed the top and bottom half together. And then I sewed on the zipper. Once I tried the dress on, I realized that there was bunching in the center and that the top bodice was a lot looser than I was expecting. Once I figured it out, I realized that the issue was back when I was at this step and I needed to sew the top and bottom together. There was a lot that I needed to cut. As you see when I'm gathering it together, there's a whole lot of fabric that I accidentally added while I sewed it together, resulting in the dress being way too long and bunching up on my back. After a lot of unnecessary seam ripping, I put the dress back together the way it needed to be and hemmed it bottom. Next up, we'll be making our gloves. For this, you'll need a stretchy fabric to fit across your arm. For starters, you're going to trace your hand all the way up to your elbow. Sew all along your fabric in a zigzag stitch. Once finished, this is the final result. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. This is eBunny Pearl, the Sunny Bunny, and thanks for joining me.